Hello and welcome to another Jones Prop Maker video. So in this video I'm going to be explaining the differences between Series 1 Brum to Series 3-5 Brum. So before we start, thank you to all my new subscribers. It really does mean a lot to me. I'm trying to get 1,000 subscribers so then I can go live on my mobile phone and basically build Brum on YouTube live. That's what my main goal is at the minute. So just try and get some more subscribers so I can do that. So I've been getting a lot of emails explaining them asking me what's the difference between Series 1, Series 2, Series 3. So I'm going to do it in this video. This video will also benefit the manager at Cotswolds Motor Museum. This video is also for you. So, Series 1 Brum. Series 1 Brum was actually designed by Bob Burke. Now he took inspirations from an Austin Ruby car. Now if you don't know what that is, I will post a photo, if I can find one. I should be able to find one on my phone, of an Austin Ruby car. That is what he's based around. And Bob Burke designed him with Ragdoll Productions. Rex Garrod, as we all know, he did the mechanical and electrical work on Brum. Someone else made the moulds, fiberglass moulds. I don't quite know who done the moulds. I've been trying to track that down for quite a few years now. I cannot find any more information on it. So, Series 1 Brum. So Series 1 Brum ran on a Sinclair C5 motor, the old single seat thing that was around in the 70s. So they used that for this drive. It was belt driven on a differential. So it had the motor, a differential with the axle going across. His eye mechanisms was worked by camera motors, and his steering was worked by a wiper motor, I think out of a Classic Mini. Also, he used air rams for his doors and his hood. I can't really give out too much information about other things, so that's where I'm going to stop. He had a main battery of 12 volts, like a car battery. That was to run the Sinclair. They had problems with the Sinclair motor. It overheated quite a lot during filming, because obviously during filming you're all day filming and it's got to be running all day spotlessly without fail, otherwise it costs production a lot of money for delays basically. So that was a bit of a problem there, but it's Series 1 Brum, it's the very start, so obviously they're going to get a few teethings here and there. So yeah, that was Series 1 Brum. I'll be posting photos as we go along. So Series 2 Brum. Now between Series 1 Brum and Series 2 Brum, they're pretty much identical. Now the only differences was Rex Garrod and Mick Cutter. Mick Cutter was Rex Garrod's friend who helped design a few of the electronics on them. Series 2 Brum, they had a totally different chassis altogether. It was completely new, because the original one, Series 1 Brum, was very heavy. And Series 2 Brum, they got rid of the Sinclair C5 motor. No good, too hot, weren't very reliable. So what they did, they stuck 2 golf buggy motors into Series 2 Brum. And also Rex Garrod and Mick Cutter, they designed their own speed controllers. Because the original Series 1 Brum, they ran on contact switches. So basically if you press forward, one of the contact switches would connect to the motor, go forward, and you go reverse, it contacts the reverse inside of it, and it go backwards. There was something else I need to mention about Series 1. That's it, Series 1 Brum had no braking at all. It had no neutral position. With modern day systems, with RCs, you go forward, you let go, and it stops. But back then, it would just go and go and go until you find spots into the transmitter where it would stop. So that was quite dangerous really, but that was technology back then. You didn't have like safety features that you have nowadays. So in Series 2 Brum, they designed their own speed controllers. Now, one of Brum's carers at the time told me that they were always nervous when the police would come, because Brum would pick up signals from the police radio wave and then he'd just dart off randomly and they had to try and catch him. So that was quite dangerous really. So yeah, so Series 1 and Series 2 Brum, there wasn't much difference in them at all. People keep saying, oh yeah, he's got bigger headlights. No, he doesn't have bigger headlights. That could be just the camera angle at the time, because they changed a lot of their camera angles and lighting. So yeah. Also go back, where are they? Well, Series 1 Brum, I believe, is still around, because Brum's carer, he used to go out to shows to do demonstrations in the late 90s and early 2000s with Series 1 Brum. Now before that, obviously the program is well developed now and they would have had Series 2 Brum by then, but he was still using Series 1 Brum. So he is still around. He's probably as we all know, by Sweet Knoll Farm, who on their land they have the Teletubbies, and in a bit of woods they had the Tots TV cottage there. Well, years ago, that was Ragdoll's Productions storage unit. So they used to store all their props there, including Series 1 Brum. Now, time moved on a little bit, and they had the Ragdoll shop and a little office somewhere near there. And Brum used to live underneath the stairs. Series 1 Brum, he used to live underneath the stairs for quite a while. But he's probably, I know Ragdoll always refused, said, no, we don't have any information. It's all down to Wild Brain now. That's porkies. They're telling porkies. For their own safety, for their own knowledge, you know. They don't want to give out any information anymore. It's all been done, it's dealt with, it's finished. But I believe that they own Series 1 Brum still. Series 2 Brum. Now Rex Garrett does have the original Hero Brum. Now his wife now owns. I posted a picture where you can see a little indent on the side of his bonnet. Now you can see that he is with Rex there, because I obviously know Rex does own him. And you can see that in a couple of episodes of Series 2. You can see, if you look out, you can see a little dent on his bonnet, or hood, whatever you want to call it. And also during filming, one of the Brums got stolen during filming. I believe it was a stunt Brum that got stolen. So yeah, that's that. Now we move on to Series 3 to Series 5 Brum. Now I've got to be very vague of information what I give out. Don't want to get sued. Series 1 Brum, it finally came back in the 2000s. He had a whole lift. He had bigger eyes, about 4.5 inches. His eyes was much bigger. And his grille is much taller, no, not taller, sorry, still the same height, just slightly wider, and that was to appeal to the Asian market, because Brum is very big over there, and as you know, they like big eyes, big mouths, you know, they're cartoons. So that's what they did. They enlarged everything, his grille and his eyes. That's all they did. And obviously they changed his wheels, not much. They've only added a few pop rivets around the rim just to give it a bit more detail. Improvements, they made massive improvements. I can give out this information since there's photos from Series 1. they improved the eye mechanism. Now Rex Garrett in the early series, he didn't believe in servos, which I understand, because they're very unreliable back then. They couldn't handle much weight before they started burning out. Very unreliable, lost signal a lot. That's why back then it was more mechanical. But obviously technology's advanced since then, and servos became very reliable, and also you could push and pull much heavier objects. And as we know, Brum's headlights are made out of brass, so they're quite heavy, and he's got to pull that. So Brum is running 3 servos with his eye mechanism. I'll just give the servos out. So he's got one there and one there, which is connected. They're all connected individually, so that servo can move that eye, that servo can move that eye, and you've got another servo behind it which is connected to an aluminium bar, and that twists up and down, and they're run by pulleys. Can't say much more about pulleys. So that's that. Also, he ran golf buggy motors again, but technology improved so much on speed controllers that they're running 4Q DSs. They're a specific brand of speed controller, and it also had that safety feature where you move the transmitter, and if you turn the transmitter off, Brum would stop. So that was a huge safety feature that it needed. What else can I give out? Information. Yeah, his doors still used air rams as the original one. I can't give out this information about his air ride setup. Once again, I'll probably get sued for that. That's information that I know, and that's going to help me to build the Brum replica. But where is the Series 3 Brum? Well, Series 3 Brum, I believe, is still owned by Ragdoll, because they did a couple of shows a few years, I think 2016. They did a children's, or not they just in general, there's a children's museum about all the past programs, and he was on display there. So I believe that he is still owned by Ragdoll. So he's there. We know that Stunt Brum, Series 1 Stunt Brum, is with the Cotswolds. I went there quite recently, did a few measurements of his seat pleats. That's 20 mil, no, 25 mil seat pleats. So yeah, that's all I can really give out. Just wanted to clarify that there's no differences between Series 1 and Series 2 Brum. Might be a few minor little details, like maybe the number plate might be a tad bit wider, but majority of that, you're looking at the differences between Series 1 and Series 2. That's mainly because the cameras back then, they changed some of their angles, so it looks different, but in reality it's not different whatsoever. Series 3 Brum, as I said before, they just totally improved them. Headlights bigger, grills bigger, electronically much improved. By that point, Rex Garrett didn't have much to deal with the program, because he left it to Mick Cutter and Brum's supervisor. Andrew Spooner, he was the puppeteer for him in Series 3, also Mick Cutter was the driver. Andrew Spooner is now very famous for what he does with Sesame Street. He's also a professional voice actor, does a lot of that nowadays. Mick Cutter I contact now and again. He's not on any social media, so Brum's supervisor I speak quite regularly with, give me some details and help, which is helping me out a lot, so I really do appreciate that. I think that might be it actually. Trying to think. Yeah, just enjoy the pictures as they go along. thank you for subscribing. It really does mean a lot to me. I'm not sure if I said this at the beginning of the video, but I'm trying to get 1,000 subscribers so I can go live on YouTube using my phone. That's what my main goal is. Also, I'd like to give out a little shout out. I'd like to say thank you to Eddie on Twitter for being one of my Patreons, and Cotswold's Brum also being one of my Patreons, and also giving me that wonderful donation that I was able to afford one of Brum's original specification tyre. So that's going to help out a lot during the build. So thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe and see you again soon.